I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. I 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 need it!
Hello everyone, it is Prime Brix back for another Marvel Legends action figure review, and today I'm going to be reviewing one of my favorite Marvel Legends and one of my favorite Marvel characters of all time, the Marvel Legends Venompool Build-A-Figure Waves Carnage. And now with Carnage out of the way, we gotta take a look at the packaging. Right up front here, we have a big plastic window showcasing the more plastic that would go inside. Marvel's Venom, Carnage, Hasbro. Here on the side, we got some artwork here from the Maximum Carnage comic, you know, where Carnage basically becomes a god.
This is what happens when you try to play God!
Here on the back of the box, you get the amazing-looking obligatory product shot of Carnage, and it says, "Twisted criminal Cletus Cassidy sows chaos in the streets as the bloodthirsty villain Carnage." So anyway, that is basically it for the packaging on this figure. And as for the accessories that are included with Carnage, Carnage includes two options for head sculpts. He includes this very nice comic head sculpt. Very nice clean white paint on mine. There are a little bit of some scuff marks on it, but I can easily go and fix that myself. And then I love the molded texture going all across the heads, and the black is painted onto that molding, so it feels very nice, and I love how the mouth was painted in there. And yeah, so that's the comic head sculpt, and then you get the Maximum Carnage head sculpt. He's got a lot more of a narrow face. I thought his face was already narrow, but if you couldn't get any more narrow, here he is. And yeah, very nicely done. His lower jaw is a separate piece, kind of looks like it can open and close, but and it's got more of that molded detail, so that's nice. And then Carnage does come with this little back piece right here, with all the tendrils and tentacles on it, and I have been warned that these do break off, so I'm just making that noted so that people are aware. But anyway, so far I've not experienced any issues with mine. So looking across Carnage's torso here, I love the amount of detail they put into this thing. I love the bits of molded detail and texturing that went into molding this figure. And I just love how they painted over it, and there is not a missed spot all over this. This is very carefully painted.
Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob! SpongeBob, careful! Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob!
Very, very carefully painted. Especially here on the back, you'd think it would get a little bit messy with the paint, but no, it's very, very clean. I love how well they managed to keep the quality control on this figure. He does also have some of these softer plastic of tendrils. Again, these might come off on you if you mess around with them too much, but they are here, and they do add an extra level of detail to the figure. And then coming toward the bottom, again, more of those little tendrils. And then he's got some little black toes down there, so that's very nice. I like his little black claws right there on his feet. He does feature some peg holes,
though I did have a problem with his feet later on.
Getting into Carnage's articulation, both head sculpts can look up, they can look down, they can shift in forward and back. He can pivot just a little bit this way. Shoulders can rotate a full 360. He does get a butterfly joint there, right there. His shoulders can move up that far and down that far. He does get a bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows, which bend in quite a bit. Both wrists, one of them is kind of closed into like a clawed fist, and this one's more of like an open hand. Both hands do hinge up and down, and again, I love the molding there on those hands. He gets an ab crunch. He has an arching back and an ab crunch, which bends quite a lot. He does get a waist rotation. His hips can move upward that far. They can move back that far. They can move outward that far. He does get a upper thigh cut, double jointed knees. Ankles do move down, they do move up, ankle pivot, and then before I forget, he also has a boot rotation, or calf rotation, whatever you want to do. I didn't notice it till a little later that he didn't have the pinless joints, so that really shows you how well detailed this figure really is. So anyway, just changing out the head sculpt because I feel like it. Let's now get into the size comparisons. And for comparisons, here is Carnage with the giant, Eddie Brock Venom, Build-A-Figure, the one that got reissued into Eddie Brock Venom. One of my favorite Marvel Legends figures that I own, and I just am a big fan of Venom, so I had to compare those two together. And talking about Venom, here he is with the King in Black 2-pack version of Venom without the wings on, just to get a better comparison. And then here he is with the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man from the Renew Your Vows 2-pack from a little while back. But did you guys know that you can improve this guy's articulation even further if you introduce a stand?
Let's see an instant replay. Amazing!
And oh yeah, with that stand, posing him with the monster Venom is such a blast to do. I'm just geeking out. Oh, I'm trying not to geek out so much on camera. And that is basically it for my review on the Marvel Legends Carnage. And oh my goodness, I'm saying it now, this figure has got to be one of my favorite Marvel Legends of this year so far. I just love the molded details, and just the colors are bright and vibrant. Everything's painted so precisely. The only thing that I could complain about, it's more of a gripe, not really a complaint, so it's not going to subtract any points, is I wish the figure maybe had like some alternate hands, or maybe some more like Venom effect pieces like this, or maybe even that interchangeable axe hand that it was included with the other Venom Carnage figure. I keep saying Venom, I mean Carnage. There's that, like, the alternate hand axe thing that was with the other Carnage figure, and I wish they maybe re-included that with this guy, or I don't know, but I love that they at least thought about the people who wanted an updated comic book version, so I'm glad they included this comic book head sculpt with the Maximum Carnage head, so I really like the amount of variety with this figure. And yeah, I cannot think of a better Marvel Legends that I would love more than this figure, because Carnage is one of my favorite villains of all time, and this figure really does the character justice, and I've been having so much fun posing this figure around. So yeah, if I had to give this figure a rating, very, very solid 9 out of 10. Just barely missing the mark there on that 10 out of 10. I just really would have liked to have had that axe blade interchangeable hand. But other than that, I love this figure. This figure is absolutely amazing. I highly suggest it for any Spider-Man fans out there, and anyone who's really a Marvel Legends fan. So I keep trying to convince myself that I don't need the new Target exclusive Carnage, but part of me keeps saying that I need it. Oh boy. Anyway, that is basically it for my review on Carnage. If you guys enjoyed the review, be sure to leave a like on the video, and also be sure to comment down below what you feel like commenting. I'm, open to all comments, mostly. And, yeah, that's basically it for this review. Thank you all for watching. This has been Prime Bricks. Be sure to check the links in the description below for my second channel, as well as my Instagram. And if I had to give this figure a rating, I give him a very solid 9 out of 10. I still absolutely love this Carnage and love everything about it. It's just, especially with that new Target exclusive coming out and also the broken foot, I can't help but give it closer to a 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 than a 10 out of 10, even though I absolutely love this figure / character. But that's why I'm a little hesitant on it. But anyway, that's basically it for this review. If you guys liked it, give me a like on the video. Comment below what you guys think. Subscribe to the channel for more Transformers and Marvel action figure videos. And I'll catch you guys next time.